It's 420.
What up, what up?
What up, what up, everybody? Everybody. You don't have to rock your body at all, but you could if you wanted to.
We can't even rock. You're like, my bones hurt.
My bones hurt so bad.
Ain't no body rocking right now.
What's up, everybody? You're about to get highly educated with the Cannabis Closet Podcast with CannaQueen. That's me, and MJ, that's her. This is an adult content show with no limitations on subject, language, or actions. Opinions, views, and expressions may or may not be that of the hosts, their guests, or their subsidiaries. We'll let you know. It'll be on our face, most likely. What else? Please note that we are not medical physicians or attorneys, and any information shared is based solely on our personal research and knowledge. Thanks for rolling up and showing up, and we hope you enjoyed the show today. It is an off-the-cuff show today. We are here. We have made it to the podcast. She's been traveling, and I've been lifting drinks and weights, and we're tired.
I think it's just, I saw a meme today. It was like, one day you get tired and then it never ends.
It was like when I hit 30, I swear to God.
It's like that moment where you're like, oh, I'm so tired. And then it just didn't stop being that way. Megan, I still don't know how we're saying her little name.
We're saying Muggin.
We're saying Muggin because that's what it looks like. And she's such a cutie.
Lil Bobby Customs want to talk about vasectomies today. So that's what today's show is about.
Your stance. Should everyone get them? Every man required to get them.
Yes. Absolutely. At puberty.
Because it's so easily reversed. Unlike for women.
If we had control over men's bodies the way that we do over women's bodies, that would be a thing.
It'd be a crazy thing.
If you can abort a child, if you can prevent a woman from aborting a child, then you can prevent a man from having one.
Yeah, we should be able to. I agree. Oh.
Also, rape should not have a statute of limitations, and also it should come with a life sentence.
Or you get your ding dong cut off.
Or you get what do you call them, castrated. Like Game of Thrones style.
Maybe they would be less likely to touch someone if they knew that they were gonna fucking lose their willy.
if they knew they were going to lose their nuts via rubber band, would they stop being predators?
I don't know.
I said via rubber band.
Yes, you did.
Wrap that shit up. And you got to watch them fall off.
They just
fall off one day.
Yep. Yep. It's
like
not
like when your belly button
not
falls off when
all.
you're a baby.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Welcome to the show, everybody. This show is brought to you today and every day by CQ LLC. CQ LLC is a cannabis consulting and education company. We are certified to conduct responsible vendor training in the state of Colorado. We can absolutely conduct responsible vendor training in all states, but Colorado has a certification for it, and we have it. So give us a call, 970-426-5985. If you need any type of training, it could be responsible vendor training for the cannabis industry. It could be hands-on training for your staff so that they understand how to properly work with the general public and work your POS system and understand the rules and regulations they have to follow. We can help you with your SOPs. We can help you with all kinds of stuff. So give us a call, 970-426-5985. Just a reminder, because May is not quite over yet. Don't forget that it's National Masturbation Month. Please masturbate often.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of you. Mm-hmm. You know, sometimes this is personal. Sometimes I masturbate even when I don't need to. And when I say I don't need to, I mean I have means to do other things. I mean, sometimes I just want to knock one out and get on with my day. And so I do. And I don't include anybody else in that process, is what I'm trying to say.
Get it out.
Get it out and move on. It's just okay. There ain't nothing wrong with it. This show is brought to you today and every day by Queen Kitty Seltzer. Queen Kitty Seltzer, pop this kitty, put it in your mouth. No THC, no sugar, no sweeteners, no yak in the back. It's organically grown hemp with organic and botanical natural flavors. We're in several places all over the state of Colorado, and we now have a 4-pack.
4 flavors.
4 flavors.
4 flavors.
We have Lemon Kiss. We have Nearly Naked. That's that new label there that you're seeing. We have that Bubblegum Burst, and I don't know what this flavor is. What's the new flavor?
You should go to our Instagram and guess.
You should go to our Instagram, look for this post right here, and give us a guess on what you think it's going to be. What's up, Cal?
Give us a guess. Hey, Cal.
Find out on June 15th. It's going to be really difficult for us to hold our tongues until June 15th.
I know, especially now that we're getting things with our marketing with it.
Yeah,
our
really
merch,
super cute.
And we want to show it off, and we want to wear it.
Yeah,
and we have to wait.
Yeah, we're still looking for vendors for June 15th. So come on out and vend with us. Give us a holler. Solo.to/Queen Kitty Seltzer is where you can find all of our links. And contact us, queenkittyllp@gmail.com. 970-426-5985 is where you can reach us. If you want to just get a ticket, again, you can go to solo.to/Queen Kitty Seltzer. That Eventbrite link is right at the top. So you can just click on that, get you a ticket. It'd be fun. It'd be a good time. Lots of good food. Elijah Tribe. Good eats. Lots of good vendors. We're getting more. We're working on getting more. Ooh, we don't want to do that.
You can also be a brand sponsor or and don't have to be at the event if you are unable to attend the event with the table, and you can still represent yourself and your brand by doing one of our brand ambassador or logo sponsorships. So those are available too.
And we're doing a waffle. You can win a Dab Reaper XL or a Dabatoke XL, $25 per entry through our Venmo at Queen Kitty Seltzer. Enter as many times as you want to. It's $25 per entry. Put in the notes that it's for a waffle. For the waffle, entries must be received by June 14th, 2023. You do not have to be present to win. You must be 21 and up to enter. It's a waffle.
It's a waffle. What kind of waffle would you like?
I didn't bring those 2 machines, but they're like right upstairs. We could maybe grab them. So we show them off if we want to do that. And then what are we going to talk about today? Are we going to talk about?
I'm going to do some headlines.
You guys want some headlines?
Headlines.
just saying. Dog's over here enjoying the shit out of this bone. Like it's like the best thing she's ever had in her life. She's super enjoying it. So I guess that's what we're going to do. We're kind of flying off the cuff today with 0 show notes. She's going to get the Dab Reapers. So this is the Dabatogue. That's the Dab Reaper. This is the Dab Reaper XL. And so these things, I'm just going to take one of them. That one's just smaller, you know? I'm going to take one of them out.
Oh, it's like.
So I checked this so you wouldn't have to. All right. Let's see if I remember how to do it. There's a lot of screwing and unscrewing happening here. Okay. Okay, so that's not necessary. You don't have to put anything in this except batteries, I think. That's it. Okay, so there's a piece that goes in here, which I'm going to show you. Where is it? Oh, here it is. It's this piece right here. And it does screw into here. Lots of things that screw. I mean, I will say that when you can screw it in, it means it's going to have like a better hold or whatever. These batteries are rechargeable that come with them. And then basically you just once the battery is all charged and in here or whatever, you just hold the button down and you dip it. It's a dip.
That's a straw.
Yeah, it's a straw. So these are worth, I want to say this one's $150 and the other one is like $2 something. So I don't know. This one's $250 and that one's a little bit smaller. But they're both kind of have the same effect. And then
yeah, with it, well, they have the sale going on right now, but typically they are $3.99 and $9.99
Yeah.
Retail value for the different, or for both of those. So
Right.
that's on the waffle flyer.
So yeah, if you guys want to enter to win that, it's $25 an entry. And once we meet our purchase amount, or you know, whatever in the raffle, then the raffle's like a go kind of thing. So like we paid a certain amount for it. So when we raffle it, we'll collect that many at least tickets so that we at least, because we don't want to lose money on it. Queen Kitty cannot afford that. So that's happening at the event. We also have the Guess the Flavor 4-pack chance to win. And then we also have a scavenger hunt happening at the event itself. So you would just have to visit all of the vendors in order to enter that one. That one you do have to be present for, because you have to actually be there to do the thing. So that's the event. It's on June 15th. We'll talk about it a little bit more a little later. Thought I clicked on this. Did I not? Okay. What the fuck is this? So I just open up High Times and there's like looks like
raw piece of chicken.
A raw piece of chicken with sprinkles on it and a candle.
It's the weirdo's birthday. Who's that?
It's the weirdo's birthday. Okay. Okay, so I guess this guy goes by the weirdos. Or he is, maybe he writes a column or whatever.
Yeah, new section.
Anyways, it's his birthday and there's a picture of a piece of chicken with candle in it. Okay, so over the past year, we've begun to tackle some of the biggest issues facing the industry and culture from the day, from THC percentage being bullshit to the sexism that still flourishes across our inclusive space. I would say, and racism too. There have been a lot of stakes thrown in the ground in this section already, and so they're just going to expand it some more. I'm not going to read this whole article, but anyways, they just talk about some weird shit at the high times.
I mean, it's kind of like what we do, but on paper,
but in print.
In print, not on paper.
It's on paper.
Yes.
It is absolutely on paper. So I'm just looking to see, because honestly, this show
it's a chill show. The weather's blur. The you look fabulous though. Like I came down, I'm like, she's got her shoes. She got shoes on.
Yeah,
with a heel.
I'm going to a networking event after this. So somebody told me about it and told me to go check it out. So I'm gonna go see what it's about and see like what kind of people show up to it and if it's even worth the dimes, you know.
Is it a paid event?
I did pay to go, and I got 50% off, and it was still $25. Hi. She's just stepping on me.
No.
But it's not just, so a lot of the events that we go to are cannabis industry events, and this one is not a cannabis industry event. It's like other types of businesses and businesses that we might want to.
Is it women driven, or is it just just open networking, meet people?
Yeah.
That okay.
Yeah, it's not women driven, it's business driven, I think. I think plants, but not just cannabis plants. Something like that. What was it called? What's it called? Let's see what it's called.
Is Tracy going, or how did you know about this event?
No, my friend Deepak told me about it.
Okay.
A friend of his from Cali, I think, is gonna be there. So let's see. It's called Plant Medicine Leaders Connect in Person, Mastermind plus Networking.
Okay.
So, you know, there might be people there of interest for us.
Yeah, I think also for CQLC, you know, like it sounds like right up more.
Yeah.
And then also, you know, I love that that's how our, you know, all of this works.
Yeah.
You know, with us and for us is that, you know, we got all sides covered.
Yeah. Yeah. So he sent that over. He was like, I think this would be a really good event for you. And I've been like toying with it. I don't know, him and Han about it. And finally I was like, you know, what time is it going to be? And he was like, it's from like 5 to 10. And I was like, okay, I could go after the show. I could arrive a little bit late, but not too late. And yeah, so I'm going to do that after the show. I'm going to go see what that's all about. And I don't know if it's a consumption friendly kind of event either. So I'm not.
Where's it at? Do you know?
It's at let's look. It's a group called the Inner Circle, which sounds like a cult to me. So pray for me, you guys. Oh no, it's a cannabis lounge. So it's probably going to be consumption friendly.
I mean, when you say plant medicine, I mean, I would assume they're talking, you know,
like shroomies, cannabis. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other medicinal aspects.
So yeah, let's see. Join us for a few hours of networking and masterminding. Not mining.
Not minding.
Minding. with fellow executives, solopreneurs, and plant medicine advocates connect in support of our collective mission. Inner Circle was founded to be supportive and accelerative networking environment for leaders in the plant medicine niche. As we push for decriminalization and descheduling, we discuss important topics like legally accepting payments in restricted industries, ethically advertising without restriction, funding and strategic growth planning, fostering community amongst leaders of high integrity. There are no sales pitches, but about halfway through the evening, we will sit down to mastermind, to introduce ourselves, and to discuss any challenges or asks that are important to us. Light refreshments will be served. So that means I should bring a snack.
Yes, or eat before you go.
Because light refreshments is not my alley. It is not. So, and then this is the person, I mean.
Hold on.
You know. Yeah, as to be expected. Yeah. So I dressed like this to go to that. I don't know. I just felt like I didn't want to look all buttoned up. I wanted to look fashionable. Stand out in that way. Like I wanted to look like I'm not stuck up to talk to or whatever, that I'm just that I'm bringing a different vibe into the room. And so this dress is, I ordered 2 emerald green dresses and I hated how this dress fit. I hated it. I put it on and it comes up and it ties and it has like a bodice kind of situation, but it was kind of loose. I would have had to pin it. And I just didn't like, it made me feel, because look, it's like definitely this long,
right?
As a dress. And so I was like, no, let me. And so I turned it around and I shoved the bodice part is in here, but the strings are really long, so I just fucking wrapped them around and made it more punky for a more punk look. I think it's working.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
And I was gonna wear that thing, but also again, I have to get some tape or something because it's, if I lean forward, I don't care. Y'all can see all my nipples. I don't give a fuck, but it's frowned upon or something in public.
Everyone has them, but God forbid if you see someone else's, unless you're a man,
especially if they're attached to a woman.
I know, attached to a woman and
fucking
shit.
Can't do it. So
not unless you're in the bedroom.
So yeah, so I just, and then I put this on because I knew that this was going to be like the shape that I wanted. So if we order merch, will y'all autograph it? If you if it's, yes, we're not opposed to autographing things. It's weird, but we're not opposed to it. The thing is that our merch currently with the, I'm looking at my, I'm glad you are. The merch, like as far as like, aside from like the stickers and then the pins we're about to get, it's all like, print to order. So when you order it, they print it, then they send it to you. So it doesn't, I don't have it. She doesn't have it, you know, in our possession right now.
Unless you want to order our new stickers or some cans, then we can autograph those.
But also we're about to order some t-shirts. So, but they're just going to be super simple t-shirts. There's nothing, they're not going to be really anything like what we have online right now. But yes, we would absolutely autograph something for you. I mean, that sounds absurd to me, but I mean, we've autographed a can before.
We have autographed cans before.
Yeah, at least once or twice. So Bubblegum Burst is the one I remember. It was our first run of our labels. And they asked us to autograph it. So we did. We did it. We do have a sticker pack. We're not launching or announcing all of the stickers yet. I think they're over there. But we have a no yak in the back sticker. We have the new caricature art has karma in it, and I'm wearing my jacket, my CQ jacket in it. So we have a sticker of that. We have a pop this sticker, and then we have a sticker that highlights the new flavor as well. So we would be happy to get that together for you. Also, people have been asking more and more about ordering cases. You're welcome, or ordering cans. You're welcome to order cans online. I would highly recommend ordering cases. They're about $120 a case plus shipping, which is about $40. I know that sounds a little pricey, but these are CBD drinks. They're not just regular waters, and we do have to, they're heavy to ship. So it's very, thank you. Thank you for believing in us on that level.
Yes.
Like really, because we believe that too. And we don't say it all the time because we don't want to sound like pompous assholes, but we really do believe that we're gonna blow up and that people are gonna be like, hey, I feel like people are gonna come up to us and be like, have you tried this Queen Kitty seltzer? And we're gonna be like, yeah, I have. You know, so thank you for believing in us on that level.
Yes.
All two of you that are watching right now. But if you wanted to order, you could. If you want to reach out to us and make an order, we can put one together for you. It doesn't have to be through our online platform, but you can go to queenkittyseltzer.com to make any orders for merchandise or cans. And I would highly recommend doing a 24 pack, just because the shipping is going to be worth more. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you order less, I might have to charge you the same amount in shipping, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and shipping doesn't change, does it? Based on it, it's really, it makes it worth it too.
You inspire us. Y'all inspire us.
Yes.
There are days where we're like, we can't do this today, and then we're like, we have to do it today because y'all make us want to be here.
Up until a certain point, we were still both sitting on the couch. And
what's up? You didn't miss anything. We're just chilling today.
I almost was like, are we doing the show today? Like, I looked at my phone and I was like,
I was watching Bridgerton. It was getting fucking heated in there. And I was like, are they really going to do this? And they really did it. And I was like, they're not married. And now her honor's been stolen. Oh my God. It's a beautiful, listen, it's a little bit of soft porn. I'm not going to lie. But it's a beautiful season. Season 1 was way more fiery.
Yeah, that's all. I do.
And let me tell you something too. Shonda. You're making everybody's, I know she's never gonna fucking see this, but she's making everybody's fucking heads explode. How many times you gonna have interracial relationships on here? How many times? Every time. I fucking love it. I love it. So I started watching Bridgerton because I wanted to watch The Queen. Ooh. Okay. Good. All right. We'll have you on. You'll come tell us all about it. I wanted to watch The Queen, so I started watching Bridgerton because I feel like I needed to know what the fuck's going on.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna love The Queen now, like that, because there's so much. It sets you up because they kind of go into the
I'm so sad for her. I'm so sad for her watching, like. I don't think I'm spoiling anything. Bridgerton's been out for a while.
Oh yeah. No, people, they're already on.
If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry for you, but you'll probably forget I said it. But the way she loves her husband through his tragedy.
Oh yes, George. Oh, and it's
So they're going to explain that, I think, in The Queen, right? They'll probably explain all the...
Yeah, they get into it and what do you call it? Yeah, they kind of do the back and forth, like present, past. Okay. It's cool. It's fun. I was hesitant to watch it. And
I was like, another fucking English drama. I don't know if I can do it. But then I was like, I want to watch The Queen. That's really why I was watching this. I was like, I want to watch The Queen because it looked interesting to me. And oh no, we haven't discussed it yet. We haven't discussed that yet.
We haven't. I saw, I just saw someone's post and I saw your post, and then that's sad. I mean,
it's may she rest in power,
yes.
Tina Turner, one of the greatest to ever live, one of the most powerful voices. She triumphed through a lot of what women have to triumph through. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did it, and she like made it her bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, she went out strong. She went out strong, and I loved her growing up. I loved listening to her growing up. Everybody knows What's Love Got to Do with It, you know, but like that kind of like,
that was just one song of
that
many.
was one of many. And that, and that, that genre of music that played in my house all the time. She was very popular in my house. And or at least with my mother. And I just loved listening to her voice, the raspy, what a beautiful human being. You don't think so? You don't think we have any talent coming up, strong female talent? I don't know if we have anybody comparable to Tina Turner type voices.
I'm not the person to ask on that because I don't follow.
She's fallen asleep at a concert before, you guys. I'm serious. I think no, I don't listen. I listen to a lot of like more hip hop and rap now. So like more rap, I would say now, when I listen to like powerful females. There's a lot of like powerful females in the rap game right now, like saying powerful things, not necessarily like she's but like saying powerful things that need to be said. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that it's the industry thing. I think that there's a lack of powerful or strong voices. It's just that the talent, the natural talent, isn't being seen because of everything being honed in on or the different sides of the industry that we don't see.
Well, like you got to find new music on TikTok now. You can't just come across, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's on TikTok. Like, that's where I find like a lot of the music that I have like in some of my playlists are like, oh, this is a TikTok banger,
like where it has a good hook, and then you go to the rest of the song and it's actually pretty awesome. You're following you've introduced me to a couple people that
like I listened to, well, this is not a female, but I listened to this guy named Anise, and he's got a pretty powerful voice, and then he's got this message, this like love yourself message. So it's like all of it. And then I also listened to Russ. And then I listen to a lot of like female rappers, I would say. Pink is good. I was just listening to her while I was getting ready. She's good. But I wouldn't compare her to Tina Turner for sure. So I'm trying to think like who maybe I would need to know songs. Sometimes I don't remember artists as much as I remember the songs. So I don't know. What about this? What is her name? Hallie. What's her name? On the new Little Mermaid girl. Did you say Queen Latina?
I know. Do you mean Queen Latifah?
Yes, I am a big Queen Latifah fan.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yes. But they will never, there will never be.
They'll never. Exactly.
Yeah, some people just come in and make their impact, and then, you get comparables after that. Queen Latifah is absolutely gorgeous. You know, I was saying the other day, I was talking to somebody about J-Lo the other day, and I was like, I don't think I liked J-Lo as an actress in the 90s. Like, I think I was like, stick to music, bitch.
She's in a new movie on Netflix.
But now she's doing all these great movies because he was like, well, what about this movie? What about this movie? And I was like, yeah, those are good movies. But I'm talking about like those rom-coms, those
yeah. But I
I
always loved her in those too. Anyway,
and I was like, nah, I didn't love when she was doing that.
I love the cheesiness of it. It was great.
No, I hated it. I hated that she was doing that. But her new movies are better. She's better actress in those movies.
She's kicking ass in this last
but
one.
I've always loved Queen Latifah showing up in a movie. I would like watch Queen Latifah in a movie. I don't care how stupid the movie is. So funny. I love Queen Latifah also. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think. What is the new Little Mermaid? What is her name? Doesn't she have a powerhouse voice?
I think so. I don't know. I'd have to Google.
Hallie. Her name is Hallie. Haley. Hallie. Halle. Her name is Hallie. Excuse me.
Halle Bailey. That's Halle Bailey.
Oh, Bailey.
Halle Bailey.
Okay. Not Barry. Not to be confused. With our Hallie.
Hallie with a voice.
So,
although I think Halle Berry, she can sing for acting.
Yeah. Listen, Halle Berry was in John Wick 3 as a 50-year-old woman breaking shit down. And listen, you want to talk about inspiration. I am inspired. I'm in the gym every day thinking about her abs. 30 minutes of cardio every day. Every day, 30 minutes of cardio. And then at least 30 minutes of something else. I've been known recently to spend 2+ hours at the gym just working shit out. Some will say it's a waste of my energy and space, but sometimes you got to work it out.
Hey, and it's just like therapy.
It's helped me work through a lot of shit.
It's necessary. It gets the things moving inside your body too to help work process.
Yeah. I've been processing a lot of shit. I've been processing a lot that I need to like move barriers out of my way. And I've been processing how I'm supposed to do that. You about to get uncomfortable? He said, stop talking about my crushes or I'm about to get uncomfortable in here. So, anything in the news that we want to talk about today?
Oh, that's what I was just getting ready to do. I was like, I was Googling and then also.
I didn't really see. I'm so, that was an ugly face I made. I'm so sorry for yawning. That was the ugliest face I ever made. I saw it. You saw it. Don't screenshot that. I didn't see anything on there. Pennsylvania House members introduce a bill to protect medical cannabis users from DUI. That's in Pennsylvania.
It's like that.
Alicia Keys, but she's also our age. She's like an old millennial at least, if she's not a Gen X.
Yeah, she's maybe in the late 30s.
Yeah. She's at least an old millennial. Y'all are old as fuck now. You just hit 40. How's it feel? 42? Does your back hurt?
Listen, my back's hurt since I was a teenager.
Since my 20s, so dude.
Imagine.
I was in the military in my 20s. Yeah. I was in the military in my 20s, and I had to like all of the gear that I had to wear was made for men, and I'm a small woman.
Cannabis guide to inject.
What the fuck is that? Click on that.
The cannabis guide to injectables. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're talking like injectables.
They're putting.
Okay. Here's a hard truth. No matter how much CBD is in a beauty product, no topical can replicate the same results as fillers or injectables, also known as Botox and fillers.
You're Gen X. 48? We're Gen X. We don't care about shit.
You're older than me? Well, because Michelle and I are the same age. So I thought you were same.
I don't know why I keep yawning. Stop. What is that?
Breathe in, need some oxygen. While many cannabis users embrace signs of aging and effortlessly transforms into beautiful crones as they get older, some of us, such as myself, are vain. We enjoy that through technology such as injectables. We can look better in our 30s than in our 20s. And while topicals such as eye creams, including those with CBD, offer valuable moisture, which is helpful. That's half the battle.
I'm going to say when you're done reading this.
And even anti-inflammatory properties. Just to be blunt about it, if you want to get rid of wrinkles or add volume to your face naturally lost to age, you need injectables. Okay, so she's just talking.
I thought they were like,
yeah, I was like, is there something new?
No, we ain't doing that.
I have a doctor that I worked with that does the IV therapies, and I had another friend talking about
they were trying
to
do shooting up THC.
In Canada they do. I think they are doing IV therapy,
but that's like a
cannabis.
drip therapy. That's
right,
like
drip therapy.
That's like
but not fillers.
So what I thought that they said they were saying was that we were gonna be like fucking we were fucking meth heads or something.
Yeah,
is that meth?
exactly.
Is that meth? I don't know.
No.
I don't know drugs that inject. I don't
either.
But I want to say that point that they made about the lotions, it's so fucking true. So if you've been watching for a while, many of you already know that I do get Botox. I get Botox because I got a filler right here in my forehead many years ago, probably 5 or 6 years ago now. I got a filler, and there was a dent in my forehead. I was an angry child. It's what it is. There's a dent in my forehead, and it made me feel really uncomfortable because I'm a public speaker, and so I didn't want to look unapproachable. I didn't want to look like this all the time. This is what I look like all the time. This is all the time. All the time. So I got the filler, which was expensive as fuck, but I got it. It made me feel better. It made me feel more approachable in my class and everything. Right. But in order for the filler to maintain, I do have to get Botox. I have to keep it like, at least, especially around here, I have to keep it kind of taut, whatever.
Right.
I don't have to get it often. I get it actually less often than they recommend. I think they recommend every like 3 months, and I go 4 to 5 months. And so that's why I get it. But I will also say this, that a couple months ago, I started a new routine with my face. And so I started being more diligent about my skincare routine. And I have noticed a noticeable difference with the bags under my eyes and the like how my skin looks. Mm-hmm. It's so much more noticeable. And I use a collagen, I use a retinol, and then I use lotion. I make sure that there's and sunscreen on my face. And I wash my face every day. I use the little, every once in a while I'll use one of those patches or whatever, not the blackhead ones, but I found these ones by Hero. They're the ones that kind of go over like a little zit. Well, they made a whole thing for your nose, and you sleep in it overnight, and they're okay. Anyways, so, and I love that brand, so I got that. So anyways, I do these things, and it's actually made my skin look overall younger. Of course, drink water, lay off the alcohol and soda. Those things, those are harder, but really a good skincare routine is kind of everything.
It's everything.
Yeah. So I'm not saying I wouldn't get Botox had I, I'm not saying I wouldn't have needed it. I didn't need Botox. I needed a filler. And that's what I needed.
Right.
Because I got Botox and it didn't work. It obviously, whatever, it works for what it works for.
Yeah.
But it didn't work for what I needed it to work for. So like I got a filler. And then when I invited my friend out here to go see a concert with me last year, and we went to this restaurant, and we were leaving this restaurant, and we saw these two people that had so much plastic surgery. They looked plastic. They looked sucked in, like the lips were really big, and the cheeks were like up and sucked in. It was a man and a woman too. His eyebrows were like way up here on his head.
He had that weird pasty.
And it made me think about body dysmorphia, actually, and how people see themselves in the mirror. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you not look in the mirror? How do you not look in the mirror and go, that's too much? You know what I'm saying?
That's the
like, how do you not
mental game, right?
Right. That's too much. Like, my lips are bigger than the rest of my face. That's too much. My cheeks down here are sunken so far in. It looks like I haven't eaten in weeks. That's too much. And she was like super skinny, but her tits were huge.
Yeah, those were.
And she was like
helped along.
Dark. She was like dark. She was white, okay, but she was dark.
And, yeah.
And I was like, whoa. We were both like, whoa. And I go, I mean, I get a little bit of Botox, but that's too much. And we've had the conversations. My estheticians had the conversation with me. Like, do you want to do like your crow's feet? Do you want to do the bags on your, do you want to do blah, 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 blah? No, I don't want to do none of this. These laugh lines are the most beautiful thing on my face. Like I have new dimples now that I'm getting older, and I love my crow's feet.
Yeah.
I love them. I think they give me character, but it was the dent in my forehead that I could not abide. That was the line. That was the line that I was drawing.
So that article is just basically saying, it's products that are telling you that CBD is going to bring you these benefits like diet, water, supplements, whatever else,
CBD water.
Are going to help, but if you want, if you're going to utilize filler, so don't buy the hype that CBD is going to make you look young. It is beneficial in its ways, but it's not going to do everything without additional things. It's part of a whole program.
It's a holistic program.
I
don't know if Botox could be considered holistic. It's like botulism, right?
I mean, that's what that's what it is. But I mean, it's natural that you're, I guess, better than, I don't know.
It's not an implant.
It's not an implant.
I will say this though.
It's not vegan though.
And I've always said this, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody who's gone through this situation, but I've always, because, a trigger warning, everybody, because, different types of cancers run in my family, and breast cancer happens to be one of those types of cancer. I've always really thought about this. And so I've always said that I would never really look into enhancement for myself. I'm a small woman. I'm happy being a small woman. This makes me, this thrills me to death. Okay. Cause my back already hurts, and I don't need more. I don't.
I'm all about the no bra summer. So
if you're listening and you're underage right now, and your parents will let you listen, or you're sneak listening to us, or whatever the fuck you're doing right now, and you're a small statured woman, listen, love the body that you're in. Yep. Because it doesn't matter. You're worthy of love, and your body isn't going to make a difference on that. Like if somebody loves you just for your body, they don't love you. Okay. So and there are different people out in this world that want different things in a partner, both physically, mentally, emotionally, etc. So don't hate the body that you're in, love it. And I wish I had learned that as a child, because I was very self-conscious. I was very small boobs, I've always had like a chunky butt. I've always had a chunky butt, but I've always had small boobs. And so I always felt really self-conscious about it. But as an adult, if it so happened, the unfortunate event that I develop a breast cancer that I cannot go into remission from, I will whack these bitches right the fuck off and put some replacement boobies in them.
Yep.
I really would. And that's the only circumstances under which I would do that, but I would really do it. Mostly y'all don't want to do that.
No.
Okay, because I'm going to tell you something that everybody needs to know if you don't already know. And ladies, back me up on this. Your nipples are some of the most sensitive area in your body. And I don't want to lose that for any reason. And if you get reconstructive surgery on your breasticles, you get nerve damage on your nipples. And then that means that part isn't as arousing.
Yeah, no.
And I want to put my titties all up in his face. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. But if I had to do that, rest assured, we'd be fine.
It's a hard choice. It's a decision for some, and then others.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie did it before she even got breast cancer.
Yeah,
because
the test and she was susceptible.
Her family, and it was a family thing, and she had that test. Yeah. So I mean, teach their own. I support your decision to do whatever it is that you choose to do to your body, for your body,
for yourself. Another High Times article. This one says studies suggest CBD could help preserve fruit. This is by Thomas Edward. So research found that strawberries treated with CBD suffered less decay.
What? Listen, strawberries are my nemesis. I love them, and they go fucking moldy like that. That and bananas. Fuck both y'all.
You know what? So what I do is I keep them for a certain cycle, and then they go into the freezer, and that's how. And
banana bread.
And banana bread. Yep.
That's what I got to do with those up there.
So it's been touted for its ability to treat pain and anxiety, and it's found in everything from soda to soap. But could CBD also help extend and water? But could a CBD also help extend the shelf life of certain foods? A new research suggests it's possible. This study was published in ACS Applied Materials and Interfaces. It examined the differences in strawberries that received a treatment of CBD and those that did not. CBD has been shown to have antioxidant and antibacterial effects. The investigation into CBD's potential as an antioxidant and antibacterial agent, meanwhile, is still in its initial stages. The study goals were to prepare encapsulated cannabidiol isolate, eCBDI is what they're calling that, evaluate the effect of eCBDI edible active coatings on the physiochemical properties of strawberries, and determine whether CBD and sodium alginate coatings could be used as a post-harvest treatment to promote antioxidation and antimicrobial activity and prolong the strawberry shelf life. So that would take care of all the issues that you hate about your strawberry nemesis, the mold and the.
You know what the other thing is that I'm scared to eat strawberries all the time, because like last year there were like a bunch of different stories, recalls where people were getting sick from eating their strawberries.
You gotta wash everything. You gotta wash it, and yeah, I guess
is
definitely wash it, but
definitely what you got to do.
So it just it continues on. Says the well-designed edible coating on the strawberry surface was achieved using an eCBDI nanoparticles in combination with a sodium alginate polysaccharide-based solution, and the strawberries were examined for their visual appearance and quality parameters. In the results, a significantly delayed deterioration was observed in terms of weight loss, total acidity, pH, microbial activity, and antioxidant activity for coated strawberries compared to the control. This study demonstrates the capability of eCBDI nanoparticles as an efficient active food coating agent. So not the wax stuff that they put on, like apples and stuff to keep those all pretty, something a little more natural.
Could you eat it?
I would assume if you're spraying it on it that it would then be able to. Okay, let's see what it says. According to the outlet, the research team combined CBD isolate with biodegradable polymers, which are used in drug delivery to make nanoparticles measuring 400 nanometers wide. These were then mixed with water and the food additive sodium alginate. The researchers dipped the strawberries into the solution, and then which turns the coating into a gel.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
I know, follow to set there. It's a process. So to test
I'm
the
out.
coating's preservation abilities, the team placed and treated untreated strawberries into open plastic containers and kept them at fridge temperature for several weeks. The CBD strawberries decayed far less over 15 days than those left uncoated, keeping their color and retaining their weight for far longer.
See, okay, pause for a minute, because far less is not a scientific terminology. I want to know how much less.
I know, right?
I want to know.
Can we get pictures?
How many days longer did the strawberries last that were CBD coated than the ones that were just wax coated? That's what I want to know. I know it doesn't say that in there, I don't think.
I don't think it. I'm kind of just skipping ahead. It just keeps talking about the same process in different ways. They said the results from their study showed the oil is effective, above the minimum threshold of a visual rating score of 3 compared to the fruit that was not treated. That doesn't mean crap to me.
I mean, yeah, explain it in layman's terms. That's what I'm saying. This is how I teach too. I will explain it like, okay, here's what science says. And what that means is that's how you explain it to somebody. Not everybody is science minded. Like what are you talking about? Tell me what the science says.
All right.
Excuse me, is that anyways. Boy.
All right. So, well, the different things that we're doing with cannabinoids and
we got invited to Jamaica. I don't know if it's true or not, but I hope it is.
Hey, we can we've sat down and had other conversations before and now we have a drink line. So
she's got a point. With 4 flavors.
Let's see. There's a women's wellness brand called Whole Leaf, tapping into the healing powers of hemp backed by science. Positive cannabis drug tests in the workplace at the highest in 25 years.
Stop testing for cannabis.
I know.
Just stop it.
Unless you're just trying to, really get and monitor those numbers. Costa Rica grants first medical cannabis cultivation license.
Let's go to Costa Rica.
Let's go to Costa Rica.
They wear bikinis to work or something. I don't know. I feel like
I don't think you work.
Oh, that's valid.
Costa Rica. You got something to support the. Like not, at least you don't work when you're there.
You work like this. You work like this.
Yeah.
Laid back in the sun, next to the water.
This is also High Times. This one's by Keegan Williams. Just over a year after legalizing hemp and medical, Costa Rica's Minister of Agriculture and Livestock, Victor Carvajal, signed a resolution to grant authorization to Azul Wellness SA to cultivate and process medical cannabis.
Well, that's something.
It marks the first medical cannabis license granted in the Central American country. It's Costa Rican owned and backed by the family of Jose Alvaro Jenkins and president of the Costa Rican Union of Chambers and Associations of the Private Business Sector.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's owned by this family and he is the president of some kind of chamber and association. That's what I'm reading. They have planned to establish 800 square meter production. Let's see what's going on. The firm also partnered with a U.S. private equity firm, Merida Capital Holdings, which specializes in medical cannabis, according to the Times. The collaboration is meant to help Azul cultivate 2 varieties of psychoactive cannabis to start, with a focus on exporting the produced material. While Azul received the first medical cannabis license, Carvajal has issued 8 authorizations for hemp cultivation. There are still 2 applications for hemp cultivation and processing and 1 medical cannabis license under evaluation.
Okay. Everybody, we're moving to Costa Rica.
I know. I was like, why so? It was very limited, and it's the Costa Rican government controls the cannabis industry, including granting permits related to industrial hemp and medical cannabis under regulation of the Ministry of Health and the Minister of Agriculture and Livestock. So it's all specifically controlled. Like there is no, you get a chance in the Costa Rican market.
Right. Yeah, it's super
government only. Yeah, so check that out. We'll post these. I'll try to go back and put these in the show notes and post them. So we'll still have show notes even though we're not following any.
not at all.
Not at all. We're just clicking.
I also have not forgotten. I will post an Instagram and tag Jay with last week's Would You Rathers. I've just been extremely up to my fucking top of my head with things.
With
life and with things. But I'm better for taking care of them. So what is that? The cold cure.
The cold cure. Freezer dryer technology is helping to speed up the drying and curing process. What do we think, y'all? How do you feel about freeze-dried candy is fucking fabulous.
Also like the flash freeze of cannabis.
Let's see.
Is how we get some of our products.
Oh, there we go.
It is 420 on the West Coast. Holla holla.
Happy 420.
Happy 420. Get lifted. Here you go.
Developers are in the middle of a race to see how they can apply freeze dryer technology to dry and cure weed faster, taking a process because then maybe they could actually let the weed grow longer to actually get all the things that it needs to grow and develop before they knock it down just because it has a bud on it. But and then don't let it cure because
if we were more concerned about the product we were putting out as opposed to the profit we were going to make from it, we would let it flower to fruition.
Right. Or play it properly so there's always a rotation. Was that a novel concept?
What? Shocked.
What? Okay.
You guys need a cultivator that is well adept to do that and knows the timing and all of that, like as an expert. You call me and I'll put you in contact.
Yeah, we know people. We know people that know how to do those things.
We know people that know how to do those things.
And really well, because
we know people who know how to run your systems. We know people that know how to do your environmental stuff. We know people that know integrated pest management. We know people that know that stuff, like really well, like better than you do.
Developers are in the middle of a race. Oh, I said that. Drying cannabis after it's harvested removes the moisture from the flowers. It's all for the people that don't know. So they can be properly smoked or vaporized and typically takes anywhere from 10 to 14 days.
I mean, yeah, the dry process does take about that.
Yes.
But I mean, you want to make sure that you're curing over at least 30 days plus. And that just means that you want to like release the old air. Basically, this is very lay terminology, but you want to release the old air and circulate it and get some new in there, basically every day.
So they did go on to say that after that, the flowers are cured a week to a month process, removes additional moisture, helps preserve the bud and retain their flavor and potency. So with freezing dry technology, what would once take weeks can be done in a day. What?
What's the quality on this?
What's the low, like how I would like a test of the what
Is
the
it
properties are before and what they are after.
Yeah, is it
because
like
sometimes I know because it gets really super crispy
Yeah.
when you get freeze dry. Like I don't know.
I mean, Colorado cannabis is already.
Can you control the amount of freeze drying? Because like I don't.
Yeah.
Typical drying and
Super
curing
questions.
involves hang dried buds, mason jars, burping, a whole array of commercial blah blah blah. But freeze dry technology is changing things fast.
They're not doing mason jars in cultivation centers, you guys. That's a lot of work.
That's how people present, not cure. I mean, if it's sitting in a jar and it's not moving, then I guess it's curing as long as it's sitting in that jar. Does the process really work? Is the bud any good? Will more cannabis companies look to adopt this technology in the future? High Times checked in with experts on this relatively new method for drying and curing. There are an array of differences in the tools. We should get Michelle back on and talk to her about this as well.
Yeah. I was just thinking that while you were saying
there are an array of differences in tools that can be used to dry, freeze, dry, cure, or prepare for curing. They're just talking
I'm
about
suspicious.
I know. They're not saying how it's done yet. They're talking about hand trimming versus machine trimming. Let's see. We're talking about production references and how typically things are done. It's always being changed, right? Some people are like, oh, it used to just all be hand trimmed before, and then all of a sudden the machines came out, and whether that's better or not because of what it does to the flower, and again those cannabinoids and flavonoids.
Yeah. Like when you
that's
freeze dry it.
Yeah.
Okay, because when you flash freeze, or when you freeze the can, like those compounds are like super fragile. So like they could just break off. And if you freeze dry something,
saying it's to avoid mold. Let's see.
I mean, I feel what they're saying, but like, is that because you just don't know how to properly do? You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting too many. What is that? That's an advertisement, but that's fucking weird.
It is. And I was looking at this one and trying to read this. Obviously, that's not happening. Here, the technology behind freeze drying. Sorry.
I just don't know enough about it, I guess.
Traditional freeze dryers work with cannabis by freezing the flower, then often reducing the pressure and applying heat to allow the frozen water in the bud to change directly to a vapor, i.e. sublimate. With this in mind, each company provides different processes. You basically start with your material, slightly frozen, and then put under a vacuum. Basically, sublimation occurs. This is from the Wave CEO, Dan Berlin. The ice goes straight to vapor. It skims over the water phase, and we slowly raise the temperature through the process and gently remove water. And we're trying to leave the flower at about 11 to 12% moisture when we pull it out. Unlike traditional freeze drying, when you go and take all the water out when you have freeze dried berries or things like that. With cannabis, we're trying to effectively cure it so that you don't have to go through the whole drying and curing phase.
But
go ahead. Question?
They're saying they're going to dry it and cure it.
Well, they're saying that's what they're going to remove the water. But not all of it.
So the cure is happening because it's like air circulation, right? So they just.
Okay, here it says, we're trying to educate the public on the difference of freeze drying versus cryo curing because both utilize a freeze dryer, but the final results could be more different. This is from Cryo Cure CEO Tracy McAfee, says explaining that the system keeps more trichomes and terpenes intact than traditional freeze drying. So they're not thinking like when we think berries, like the freeze-dried berries, and those are like chunks of dried,
Okay,
fruit.
but here's my thing. It's like I hate to compare it to alcohol, but it's like a fine wine, right? And over time, it gets better. So we were just talking about that Poison Princess the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it took me like a couple, 3 months to get a full cure on that. Because you could do a 60-day cure and you're fine. It's fine. Tastes all right. It was okay. And I was like, I don't love it. And I put it away. I actually fucking put it the fuck away. And then I was running low on everything else. And so I came back to it. And when I came back to it, I was like, what? The terpenes had like fucking just gone crazy in there. And I don't understand how you would get that faster.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't.
If somebody could come on this show and explain it to me, I will listen to what you have to say. But I'm trying to understand how you could get it faster. It's kind of like, when you talk to like an old school like Italian mom or like Mexican mom or like somebody like puts fucking spice and heart into their food like
right.
and then like sauces take hours and sometimes days.
Okay, here's a picture of the difference between
which one's this one is regular dry and this one's freeze dry.
Yep.
I will say that the freeze dry one does look healthier and more like abundant. They're the same plant.
I feel like it's trimmed differently too.
I also do think that.
It's like, is this from the same plant but done in the two different methods? And how are these trimmed?
One looks darker and drier, and the other looks.
And is it the same
more green
cultivar? Because this has a lot of orange.
That has a lot of orange
hairs.
Yeah.
And this one has a lot of purple and minimal.
Correct. This says. It doesn't say, but they're wanting you to assume it came from the same plant.
Yeah. It says, while the size of the buds stay the same, some say that the texture is slightly different. The freeze-dried flower can range from a light popcorn texture and weight to being almost indistinguishable from hang-dried cannabis. The flower's quality depends on which machine and process you decide to use.
And which trimmer you decide to use.
Mm-hmm. Typical freeze drying will eventually produce a flower that has a look and feels like popcorn and will crumble. With that, the damage comes the horrible issue of losing the amount of terpenoids through the cold boil process produced by the combo of vacuum and temperature.
So that's just typical, like freeze dry. That's just like the typical.
And so these other companies are acknowledging that, and so they're saying they're doing these different techniques, or their machines are doing things differently to appeal to extraction artists. And I
like that they call them artists. They are artists.
Yeah,
they do. If they do it well,
because the texture of the original flower does not matter so much. We have some folks using the equipment for bubble hash in the extraction business. And that's always interesting because the benefit we'll bring in is completely different from what has happened in the past. I think they're all just testing it. I don't know if anyone's come up.
Yeah, maybe it's all just in the testing phase. It's just very, very interesting. And I don't know. I just feel like there's going, so there, you guys see the shift that is happening in cannabis. There's going to be this shift that happens. And then there's going to be people who stick to that like old school feeling. Like we're going to cure it over months. We're going to like grow it this certain way. We're not going to put machines to work. We're going to put people to work, right? You're going to have those old school, and then you're going to have soybean farmers who want to come in and do our jobs, but they want to employ machines and not people. So I mean, you can choose your cannabis. I've always said that when we see the full, potential of what cannabis legalization is going to look like, you're going to be able to like buy it in places like that have testing that are you already see it with the differences in dispensaries, even that everybody has to test in dispensaries, but you're going to see it in those spaces where it's kind of like a Walmart kind of situation, get in, get out, move on. And then you're going to have boutique, and then you're going to have like, medicinal type, even though in a lot of spaces, the medical market's probably going to be phased out. They're still going to treat it that way. You're going to have some of those spaces. But I think that overall, when the whole full potential of cannabis legalization is realized, which may be well beyond my lifetime, that you'll find it in farmers markets, and you'll find it, at the gas station, and you'll find it and you already are, right? You got gas station weed, you know what I'm talking about. And you already, so you already are seeing kind of that, but I'm talking about, you could go buy you a bundle of flowers, take it home with you, right? And it could be from Walmart, or just it could like be from your local natural grocer, or it could be from your farmer's market, or you could grow your own tomatoes, right? And so I think that's where it's going to eventually end up, and not anytime soon. We have to get, we have to back out of Gilead before we can fucking do that. But when the full potential of cannabis legalization is realized, that's where I think that's where it's going to end up.
Oh, so it would be nice if they would use it for the powers of good, and and if we could really control it, in the direction that benefits.
I mean, you see it that way with I kind of compare it to tomatoes a lot, but you also see, like, when we talk about what's legal and what's not legal, you see it with beer and alcohol, right? So you got, like, people can brew it at home now. You got little mini breweries or whatever, and then you got the big boys going. You got PBR, and you got Coors, and you got I don't know beers, but you know what I'm saying. You got all these different levels of quality of a beer, and a beer connoisseur, somebody who enjoys the taste and the flavor of beer, is not drinking PBR, right?
Right.
But somebody who just wants to drink beer, they're drinking PBR. And so that's where cannabis, you can already see it happening, but it's going to happen on like such a bigger, more natural, everybody has it kind of scale.
I don't know. I feel like to your point of when we let it cure naturally, and knowing what develops over time with that process, and why it does what it does over time.
Right.
Even just looking at it under a microscope, I'd like to see this under a microscope of what that product looks like before you're putting it in there. Has it even met its full potential yet before you freeze dry it, and then it only takes 24 hours. So then that's takes the time off then. Weird. But and I guess that's part of the growing before you harvest.
Like, could you quickly dry it and then do the cure, like in the way that you would do the cure? Because one of the things about doing the cure, you guys, is that you cannot put this plant into the vessel that you're going to use to cure. You can't put it in there if it's got moisture.
Still got moisture.
Because you will get mold. It will destroy your whole, like, this is where people could be so successful in their cultivation, and then this is where they fuck it up. And so I don't know about letting a machine. They're saying
the terpene profile is better. The traditional
show me.
So I guess we're gonna have to go on a hunt and see who might be doing this. So they're saying that, and they list the 3 companies that have been referenced in this story that are doing this. Can you send me more
information about this technology? Like, just be like, you're interested.
I'm sure we could go to their websites, and you can too through the link. So yeah, that's interesting. I would like to see some.
You guys ever seen iRobot, right? I really think that the guy that invented the Google AI, he like is quitting. He's like out.
Yeah.
He's out. And that says something. Okay. All I'm saying is, I don't know, don't get locked in your house by a robot is what I'm saying. It's just like somebody was saying the other day, like it makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. Somebody was saying the other day about self-driving cars, that if you have too many tickets or whatever, they'll just drive you to the police station. So what the fuck? So it's like, so now they have control over like administrative, like even it's so crazy. I didn't even think about that level, but that totally is what it could turn into. Listen, it's a great movie, and it's a great reminder that the robots will take over. Okay, they are smarter than us. That's absolutely true.
Already proven they're smarter than
Okay,
us.
that's absolutely true. We can't argue that.
And that we're relying them on them to make us look smart by presenting, like that's that.
It does not make you look smarter to have a calculator in your pocket. You're not going to have a calculator in your pocket all the time. You need to do that in your head. That's what they used to tell us in school. And guess what? I have a calculator in my pocket all the time. I used it the other day because somebody was like, how much? And I was like, hold on, I need to do this simple math. It's just simple math. Yeah, no, robots are going to take over. I hope I'm dead by then. I don't know.
Yeah, good luck to y'all.
I hope I come back as a robot. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. I'm not.
Oh, sorry.
It's true. I say it all the time. I reference that movie all the time. Because I'm like, okay, so I don't know if I've told this story on the show before, but one time I was working in this cultivation center, and we had a meeting every week, and I was like, whatever, like get me out of here. Like, we had to stop everything we were doing to go to a meeting every week. Okay, first of all, let me break that down for you. Okay, stop what you're doing. Put, like, you don't want, like, especially for who we were working for, very meticulous individual. So I didn't never want to leave a mess. I never left a mess. I would be pissed if somebody left a mess in my station. So stop what I'm doing, clean up or like gather my mess, or like put it into some semblance of order, not making it look haphazard. Go into the meeting. Meeting is 15, 20, 30 minutes. You guess. Your guess, my guess. I don't know. That long. How long does it take for everybody to get in there? We have to wait for everybody. Okay. So then there's 30 minutes. So then what do we do after the meeting? Oh, we take our morning break. So there's another 15 minutes. There's been now an hour. There's now an hour of time that we can account for that nobody's working, because we have to have a meeting every week to tell me the same shit you told me last week, or something you could send me an email. Anyways, in this one particular meeting, this man looked us in our face and said, and held up like an article that he had been reading, and said that we could all be replaced by machines. And I was like, whoa, the morale boost, the absolute, I want to work here. This sounds like a good day. This sounds like fun. What did you mean? What, you gonna hold up a paper and be like, you can all be replaced by machines? You know what? Fuck off. Replace me, bitch. Replace me by machine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This is an interesting headline. And when we talk numbers, and when you see numbers about new states and they're like billions of dollars and millions of dollars, Colorado cannabis industry continues to face uncertainty. So this is by Nicole Potter.
Other states around us are legalizing and we didn't have a plan for that. We didn't have any idea that was going to happen.
What do you think about that? No, and no, we just let everyone. And okay, so oversupply, lack of demand, competition with neighboring legal states, and black market sales.
Underground market sales, you guys.
Sorry, I have to. But yes. Puts
not you, them.
Colorado cannabis businesses in a bind. Recent report from the Denver Post analyzes the fallout of the post-pandemic cannabis industry in Colorado. Well, once the state reached a peak of 226 million in combined recreational and medical cannabis sales, current sales have decreased and small business struggle to stay afloat. The market's really bad. Businesses are closing left and right. This is by a cannabis salesperson, Val Tanazzi, and she is talking to the Denver Post. So in February, Colorado's medical cannabis sales decreased to 15 million, the lowest collection since retail sales began in 2014. March brought a slight increase, bringing it to 17 million, but was 5 million less than March 2022.
Texas coming in with some new vocabularies.
Non-regulated
market.
Yes.
I like it.
March recreational sales were recorded at 122 million this year, but it's a 17 million decrease from last year's numbers.
Jesus Christ. You guys imagine if you lost $17 million,
right? Jesus. And we're talking at the amount of taxes and fees and blah blah blahs that they have put on. Where's the money going, y'all? Because
not in the potholes, because what?
And so
because what?
Not supporting the dispensaries and the dispensary owners so that they can provide and so yeah, here we are. But don't ask the people that have started and ran the businesses and had a flourishing industry before you let MSOs and randos just money. No,
knew it was gonna happen.
Didn't protect our medical, which could have continued to be a booming but no, the tax money. Well, now you don't have any tax money. 0 is still 0.
Yep. Congratulations.
That's math. That's the math that I understand.
I signed your car, Jared Paulus, back in 2019. So I just want you to know that. I think it's 2019. Maybe it's before that. I don't know. Anyways.
So it just goes, continues to mention ripples of oversupply of cannabis products, lack of demand, pricing dropping to record lows, and lack of cannabis tourism. What, this one?
This paragraph, yeah.
Banks, a cannabis job company, recently released in its 2023 Banks Jobs Report. The report states that there was a 2% drop in cannabis jobs, and Colorado is ranked as the second highest state for cannabis job losses. It was also ranked number 6 on a list of top cannabis jobs with less positions than states like California, Michigan, Illinois, Florida, and Massachusetts.
That's crazy. Michigan and Illinois and Florida and Massachusetts are on that list because they are brand new markets. Yep. Those are in brand new markets. I mean, Michigan's not brand new, but they've not been it's a relatively new market. So it's crazy to me that they're not hiring in those states.
Okay. It isn't just small cannabis businesses falling under hard times. Bigger companies like Curaleaf are also pivoting as well. Curaleaf closed down its offices in Colorado, California, and Oregon as part of its continued effort to streamline its business.
That's what you get for being greedy.
Mm-hmm.
And you've harmed small businesses.
And they're blaming it on the non-regulated market.
Nah.
According to their CEO.
Nah, fuck off, dude.
The thriving. No, because they're doing it better than you.
I mean, you're mad because the people that have been growing for 20 plus years do it better than you.
That got kicked out of the market.
Get the fuck that you refuse to hire. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that shit. If you hired them, or made it worth their while to work for you, or made it state government made it okay to hire them. then we wouldn't even be having this fucking conversation. I don't feel like, because you would have the best cultivators lining up. You would have choices, and you could pay them because they will actually grow you good cannabis. That's the thing, is it that we already have Walmart weed, and that's what everybody is growing. It's kind of, Jay was kind of talking about it on the show the other day, that just kind of like everybody's just kind of like mass producing all of this stuff, and it's all the same. It's a lot of it is the same.
Yeah. And
you don't get that with your homegrown cultivators, your cultivators that have been tending to this plant for 20 plus years, your cultivators who have been reading up on the science and understanding the science and the systems that have to be used for a larger scale cultivation, but still while still understanding what the plant's needs are. Like, you know, one of the other things that he was saying the other day, and it's something that I talk about from time to time too, is how like certain plants are going to be easier to grow in certain environments than others, because you know, they're not all the same, but what's happening is we're putting them all in the same environment and then like getting what we get from every plant, and every plant that's in that environment is not built for that environment. So you're not going to get the best quality of what you could have gotten, because it needs different things.
Right. And, you know, our legacy growers and our craft growers, they know the life cycle of the plant, and they know that the real true timing of it, and they know
what to look for.
The pea pod farmers don't, but yet they're going to say, okay, well, we know that it generally takes this because we read something on the Google or the YouTube. No. And,
it's the difference between book smarts and actually having your hands on the plant,
because they don't know. They're just going with what they read and thinking that they can apply their methods to our plant.
Yeah. And, you know, reading is important. That's important to, you know, get a basis for what you're doing. But you guys watch Harry Potter? You guys watched, I think it was like the 5th one, where he had like a spell book, but then the recipes in the spell book had been like scratched out and changed. The basis for how to do this is going to get you to a certain point, but actually knowing the plant, knowing the science, knowing the procedures, knowing the changes that happen, you know, just studying the plant, just knowing what to look for, not just using a calendar to time your plant harvest, but also going, hey, what does the plant look like on the inside, so that we know that it actually is ready for harvest. Like, it should be ready for harvest right around this time, but might need a few more days, might need it like whatever. Right. And your craft growers, your legacy growers, they know this stuff backwards and forwards. They know this stuff. They, you know, so they know the recipes. They know how to get quality out of their methods. And I think it's so crazy. These MSOs don't hire these guys. The laws make it difficult to hire some of these guys because they have risked their lives for this plant. And then you know, when they do hire these guys, they go, do it my way. Well, excuse me, sir, ma'am, usually sir, you hired me because I'm the best at what I do. If I do it your way, that's not the best. The best is what I do in my way. And that's why you hired me, right? But no, they don't want us. They don't want our expertise. They don't want our know-how. They don't want our years of knowledge, our years of studying, our years of having these conversations within our own communities so that we understand it better and get new techniques. And like, they don't want any of that. They want cookie cutter cannabis, and they want yes men. And that's not who we are. Because let me tell you something, the cats that have been growing for 20 plus years are Gen X and older millennials and older. That's who we are. Yeah. And we don't give a fuck. Like we go in and we just, you know, like we aren't here to be yes men, right?
You know, leaders in the industry.
So like, and when we do go in and we become yes men to these people, and then we fail at what they've asked us to do because we're not doing it our way, we prove to ourselves again and again that our way is the right way, that we don't want to be yes men. We want to do the thing that we know how to do. And what we know how to do is tend to this plant, is understand this plant, is realize the science, and know how to recommend and know how to talk about this plant medicinally. And that's, and people who are like us are being pushed out. And what I say, and I'm sure, I mean, I know this is the hardest thing to say, but what I say is, then we got to do it ourselves.
Yeah, we gotta. I was telling. I got on a soapbox the other day. I was telling a patient that if we want things to change, we are going to have to start speaking up. The way that medical cannabis happened in Colorado is that patients, got together, talked about what they wanted, and really, yeah, it's supposed to be healing this is supposed to be healing the world. The world. All of us. It has the potential to, if greedy motherfuckers would get their hands off of it.
Also, if we don't get this right, we don't get the others right. We don't get the psilocybin industry right. We don't get it right. Okay. So we have to get this right. We have to figure out, and we have to do it ourselves. And that sounds so expensive, because it is. It's so expensive. We're trying to find our niche in an industry that we love, that we have dedicated our lives to. And so we're slinging drinks. We got these CBD, these clean CBD drinks, right? But at the end of the day, I'm going to tell you guys, at the end of the day, if I had the investment money, if I had somebody backing me, if I had a silver spoon when I was born in my mouth, if I was like, my family name is Coker, from South Carolina, North and South Carolina, not Coker from Coker College, though. Those motherfuckers were rich. I wasn't born into those people. I was born into woods people. We lived in woods. Okay. So we fought for everything we got. So what I'm saying is that, if we want to do it right, we got to figure out how to do it right together. And if somebody was out there that would invest in me, if I was born with that silver spoon, what I would do for the industry and for myself is I would do it right. I would get a license for a facility. I would want to get a license in a place that has both adult use and medical use, so that I could have both of those things happening. I would hire my own cultivation of these gromies that I've known for years, and I know that they got quality work. I know that those plants would be of the utmost importance to them, but of the utmost quality. Mm-hmm. And people that I've never gotten anything bunk from them ever. Like, you could smell that shit before the jar opens. You could smell that shit before they walk in the door.
And our own production facility, all of it.
And so, and then our own production facility. And I would hire people that I could trust to do it, to go in and do the job, because I know that they know how to do the job. I know that they've done the job, and I know that they've been pushed out of the industry. And that's what I would do if dreams came true, right? I love doing what we do. I love it. Some days I hate it. I'm not gonna lie, but I do love it. I do have a good time. We have a quality product. Shout out to our manufacturing partner, Mighty Kind Co. We have a very quality product. It's very clean. And I love that we can offer this very clean cannabinoid resource. Okay. But if I had my way, I would run dispensaries. I would run dispensaries, and I would talk to people every single day about how to use this as medicine, as a relaxation, as a part of their daily routine for wellness.
And that's what's going to bring this into, and that's what it should be, bringing our industry back. The last little statement here is really, kind of.
And I would pay my employees.
Yes. And again, make it about community, really help everyone grow together. Yes. Right. So this is a last statement. So and I'm like, we should get this person on the show.
Yes.
Marijuana Industry Group Executive Director Truman Bradley likens Colorado's current situation to the ghost of Christmas future. The excitement that drove sales for Colorado as the first state to legalize recreational cannabis has since slowed. Bradley stated the only way Colorado can survive now is for the industry to get leaner in terms of competition being thinned out. Now's our time. Can we get an investment? Can we get a plan together? You know, maybe start our little commune.
They're like, you have not got your foot in the door in 12 years. Not in Colorado. It's not going to be in Colorado. If I get an opportunity to ever do this, it would not be in Colorado because Colorado is like they're saying.
So he also calls on state legislators to reevaluate legalization. It's critical that lawmakers understand that decade number 2 of legalization needs to look fundamentally different from decade number 1.
Let me say this about the medical. They're saying like medical sales are down exponentially, right? How much was it? It was like a lot. It was like $15 million. That's in Denver. In Denver, there are hardly any medical spaces. There's nothing
There's
around.
one in each mountain town, 1 to 2 facilities in each mountain town that I'm in. So
Yeah,
in county, I guess, is like in counties. So
of course there's no medical sales. There's no medical facilities to have sales in.
You've limited production. You've regulated the shit out of their testing, out of their how things are packaged. How are you supposed to just keep dumping money into an industry that doesn't give back to you? The taxes that you put in don't go into a fund to continue to educate people, patients, or promote it as an option or alternative to health. So it's no. You're gonna suck the plant dry and then be like, oh no, it's gone. It's we have
to get back to. We really got to get back to caring about the plant and having like a quality product, like a real medicinally effective and quality product to offer to the people. It's so important. The relationship we have with the plant is so very important. It does absolutely affect the quality of what you're growing. Because when I was taught, I'm talking about these gromies that I know, they have all these techniques and they've got their temperature set and they have everything. They have the humidity set. They have everything set up perfectly, right? Alerts, alarms. They know their formulas for nutrients. They have their, their nutrient calendars lined up for when they water, when they add nutrients, when they blah, 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 right? They have all of this. When do they do their pest control? What type of pest control do they use? They have all of these technicalities, right? They have all of that. But it's their relationship with their plants that makes all of that work. Like you could cook this meal, right? But it's the way that a person puts their heart into making a meal that makes the meal better, right? It's the way that the person who made the meal and it was okay followed the recipe to a T, and the person who made the meal that was out of this world, never has anything hit your taste buds like that ever before in your life, where they altered the recipe because they saw a need for it, because they're in tune with what is needed. They're in tune with that. Right? And same goes for plants. They're in tune with what their plant needs so that they can readily alter the things that they know. And that's why they get a superior product. Not because they did this process. They have a process. Yes, because of that. But because they know their plants so well and can read them so well. They know what their plants need and they can alter the process for the individual plant rather than just cookie cutter mediocre product. Right? So I don't know. This conversation has been scary to me today because I don't want to see machines take over. And I don't know. You would have to show me the numbers. Honestly, I would have to see the science for you to tell me that a machine cure is going to be better than a natural just cure, like over time. Because some things just take time. Some things just take time and patience.
And so does it continue to, naturally, I guess as it continue to do its thing after it's been, and, because it says it does, it maintains things. So it'd be interesting. But also, I agree. I'm like, I don't know. I think that, I think that it's a solution for the lazy grower, the people that don't pay attention to what's going on in their grow, their cure, or don't have time to
streamline it.
They're looking for and here we're talking about in Colorado now we have an overage of product.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? We don't have a plan for national legalization either. We don't have a plan for import export. We don't have a plan for that.
Interstate commerce, nothing. And if they maybe
somebody's having that conversation, but I've not seen anything about those discussions.
Do we want to head into some
would you rathers? Let's do some would you rathers. This show is brought to you by CQ LLC. CQ LLC is a cannabis education and consulting company. 970-426-5985 is where you can reach us. We do hands-on training. We are certified to do responsible vendor training in the state of Colorado. Be happy to assist you with SOPs or any other type of administrative work that you have questions about. And yeah, would love to get your business. The show is also brought to you by Queen Kitty Seltzer. Queen Kitty Seltzer, pop this kitty, put it in your mouth. We have 4 flavors now. We have Nearly Naked, we have Lemon Kiss, we have Bubblegum Burst right over here, and then we have the new flavor. And you can go onto our Instagram and guess that new flavor. You don't have to guess it right, but it will put you into the running to win a 4-pack of all 4 flavors. So you will love it. What is happening over here? So yeah, pop this kitty, put it in your mouth. You'll love it. It's very refreshing. It's water that tastes like water. There's no yak in the back. It's my favorite part. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, and by us. So follow us solo.to/cannabiscloset420 is where you can find all of our links. And you can reach out to us if you have questions, if you have guest recommendations. You can hang out with us on our Discord. You can listen to us later on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to audio podcasts. And then the video will be up on YouTube soon. Afterwards, it'll process and it'll be up there. And it will also be up on Facebook Live. So check us out. Solo.to/cannabiscloset420. You can also find all of the links for Queen Kitty Seltzer in there too. Is there anything? Oh, we want to remind you that we're having a waffle about it. So it's $25 per entry. You can enter by using our Venmo at Queen Kitty Seltzer. Put in $25 and say Dab Reaper XL or Dab a Toke XL say waffle. Don't say anything about this. I forgot what we're doing. Sorry. Say waffle and let's say Waffle Reaper, Waffle Toke.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Waffle Reaper or Waffle Toke. So whichever one you want to enter for. So that $25 gets you into one of those 2 entries right there. Sorry about the confusion. Go on to our website, our Instagram, guess the flavor, of course. Don't forget to masturbate this month. The month's almost over. You can masturbate next month too, but it's just
it's an all year long. It is just
this celebration
is
of yourself.
Your monthly reminder of
You're just putting the I love it. Okay, good. I didn't have to do anything for this show today, and I super appreciate that. So would you rather?
I have 2 up here, and we can start those.
Yeah, let's start. Okay.
So would you rather?
The second one.
The second one?
Yeah.
Would you rather be a clown who distracts the bull or the cowboy who rides the bull? Clown who distracts, or cowboy who rides and has to stay on there for, what is it, 8 seconds?
8 seconds.
8 seconds.
Y'all already know my answer. Look at my face.
You're going to be riding that shit, aren't you?
Never will I ever be a clown.
Yeah, no, I think I would also be a rider.
And I like
rider.
riding cowboys. I mean, yeah, that's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay.
Ride. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, I agree. I would rather be the rider than the
I want to see what
clown.
your third one was going to be.
Oh, I hadn't gotten to it yet, really.
That's the same thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my God. That, first of all.
Ew.
That sounds dangerous.
What about this one? Look at this one.
That one. It's that one. Kelly said clown. I would be in the barrel. Somebody posted, it was Christina Thompson. She posted the other day one of those Facebook things where you like tag people in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it said, she tagged me and it said falls off the donkey. And I was like, let me tell you why I wouldn't fall off a donkey. Because you're not going to catch my ass on a donkey. And then she made some other comment and I go, oh, I didn't know you meant jackass. What's he look like? I might fall off of him. Could happen.
Okay. Would you rather?
Mm-mm.
Would you rather?
I can't
drink water from a vase that has 2-week-old flowers in it, or
you haven't changed it. It's 2-week-old flowers.
2-week-old flowers from start to begin, end to start to end. Or eat.
No.
Get a choice, eat or drink. Or would you rather eat a giant 3-foot spider web? Is it like cotton candy?
Oh, come on.
Would you rather drink water from a vase that has 2-week-old flowers or eat a giant 3-foot spider
How
web?
much water and can I use a straw? I love would you rathers.
No. Little Bobby's drink, shots.
Hydrate everybody. I'm not okay. Listen, there could still be spiders in the spider web.
It doesn't say the spider. Just
I don't care. Like, I cannot. I can't even. I can't a spider web.
You could like wind it up like cotton candy or or spaghetti, or smash it together. You know, condenses down. Versus at least it's going to be at least an 8-ounce thing of water.
Oh my God.
You girls stink. Someone stinks. Y'all stink.
My gag reflex is strong too.
So.
Oh, the whining has begun. That
was me.
That was you. I was like, she's starving, you guys. We have starved her. 3 foot. Could you just and swallow it?
Yeah, versus having the aftertaste of base water. And it's all slimy. See, I'm gonna go with spiderweb.
I guess. I guess.
All right, hero question.
Would
you rather end world hunger or stop crime all over?
That sounds boring. Nah, people should be able to eat. There's no reason in this world that we live in. There's no reason why there should be anybody sleeping on the streets or going hungry. There's zero reason for that.
Zero reason.
In any country.
Anywhere. It's ridiculous.
It's like, are you a human being? I feel like that one was an easy one for me because crime is crime. You know, like what crime, like shoplifting. You know why shoplifting exists in most cases? Because people are fucking hungry. That's like not even a real crime. Feed them.
But like murder, I don't know. Is a murder that kind of crime?
I mean, it says all crime.
Big crime, all crime.
So this is all crime. Big crime, little crime.
It's just
I would want to end crime, of course, but a lot of not, violent crime happens.
Does it also mean white collar crime? Like, does that stop too?
Yeah, all crime,
all crime.
I guess.
But
honestly, I just give resources to people, and less will commit crimes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then we just wrangle up the deviants, fucking send them to an island to fight themselves.
Which includes greed and ego, right?
Just
duke it out.
All
right. That's our would you rathers.
Yeah, my arms are getting huge. y'all, I'm gonna start admiring my arms again. It gets really fucking vain and ridiculous. Just tell me to stop and just stop looking at your arms. What? When I was working at that cultivation center, there was a guy there and he was like really angry all the time. I probably told this story too, but he was really angry all the time. And so I just made it my mission in life to have bigger arms than him. So like when I came into the grow, I came in like ready to fucking lift shit, push shit, pull shit. Like I was ready to work out. I was getting my fucking workout on while I was working. I was banging. You guys.
What? Back.
So yeah. Oh, right. Listen, that's disgusting.
Which one?
Would you rather, we're going to do one more. Would you rather eat a stranger's toenail clippings once a week or have everything smell like rotten eggs?
No, I'd rather die.
You don't have to decide now. I don't have another one rolled up, and these are pretty much out.
Because we're done.
Because, life happened. King palms are low. They're low, as in I have one left. If you would like to get some king palms, kingpalm.com, you can get 15% off using the code KPQueen 2023. I'll make some money. You'll save some money. It'll be great. So yeah, I know that was really gross. Oprah did an experiment one time on her show where she for a week piped in chocolate chip cookie smell and good smells, and everybody was all pleasant. Hey, how you doing? And and then the following week she pumped in bad smells like garbage and sewer and shit, and people were like, what the fuck? Like they were mad at each other. Fights started quicker. It was crazy. Sensory overload. You guys have a great day and a great weekend. Don't forget we have an event on June 15th. The location is to be announced. It's 21 and up event, and we are going to be there with other small business vendors as well for this event, and you should come prepared to spend money there. The tickets are available on our Eventbrite. It's solo.to/QueenKittySeltzer is where you can find that link. They range from $5 for general admission, $25 for VIP. VIP gets a little VIP bag, so it's gonna be great. Yeah, come join us. Try our new flavor, figure out what it is. You're gonna love it, because every time I have one of them sitting here, and every time I look over at it, it just makes me so happy. This
It was a lot of, I feel like it was a blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, not that the first run wasn't also, but now to have everything labeled with our new label, knowing that we're gonna, I wish we would have forethought and but of course those labels have been sitting for months, ready for our production. So, but yeah, we're already talking and thinking about our next run of product and what we're gonna do.
But first,
June 15th,
we're going to reveal that new flavor. So definitely join us if you can. If you want to sponsor us, we got sponsor slots available. We got brand ambassador slots available, and we also have tabling spots available. So give us a holler.
And do we want to give a shout out to our current vendors?
Shout out our current vendors.
So we've got Ounce Melts on the list. They're gonna.
She's got like terpene wax melts. Yeah. And I want to say, does she use maybe she uses terpenes and like the soy wax maybe that you can like use on your skin.
Okay. So like yes.
I'm not absolutely positive about that. I will
come join us and find out.
Sure.
And we're gonna find out. We're gonna be linking their, in their social medias, and so you can check out their companies. And then, we've also got B.Artsy.
So crazy what she can do.
If you guys are familiar with Mandala.art, I do follow some.
It's amazing to me, like the amount of patience and concentration that takes. Like. For real, the patience, I would be like 3 dots in, like, we're not doing this.
And it's a whole measuring thing, like, and geometry thing and so I'm like, I bet I could, if I that would be a hobby or craft that I would want to learn, master, and then forget.
Learn, master, and then never
do it again. Because that as is my MO. We've got Cincy, Christine. She's going to be coming in as an independent consultant, and she's going to bring a whole slew of good smelling things. And the implements too. Yeah, they have some really cool burnt like
the candle melts. Yeah, they got really cool wax melters. She's totally chasing her tail right now. She's having herself a grand old time.
She's like, hey, look at me. Don't forget I'm over here.
She's on the new can.
We have the Sesh Connection representing.
Listen, this woman is absolutely amazing, and I can't say enough to thank her for the effort that she puts in to help us get seen. She talks about us when we're not in the room. We've made a lot of connections through Tracy. She puts on really great events, and if you see a Sesh Connection event in Denver, I would definitely check it out because she's gonna have some great vendors there. Mm-hmm. She's gonna always have some like giveaway little something that she gives everybody, and like she made those weed bags herself.
I know, and she really does cultivate that community and really wants to I don't know. I think she wants to level up.
She definitely wants to level up, but she also wants to build. She wants to like build with people. She doesn't want to like
bring our community up together.
And if you're a vendor, she doesn't overcharge for vendor. Like our prices are comparable for this event, are comparable to what she charges because we like really have just used her guidance and followed her lead. And so, yeah, she's going to be there and she's going to have all kinds of cool stuff with her too. I believe High League Art is going to be there. Again, I'm still nailing down, but I've got to email a bunch of people, so forgive me for that. And Elijah Tribe is going to be there with live music. We got Dupree Good Eats is going to be there making amazing food. And he told me that he's bringing collard greens.
Collard greens are
I'm not promising you that he's bringing them for you.
No.
Okay. We've asked him for our own tray. And if he brings extra for you, then you'll
amazing. Be blessed. You'll be great.
You'll be so happy. They put a smile on your face.
And I feel like we're missing someone. I know the one that no.
Is Kayla coming?
Yes, one of my wonderful friends. She's going to be bringing her art. She does ink and paper media. She does animals and great black and white art, and then she also does some watercolors. So she's going to bring a few things, and then she'll be doing live art there in the little vintage nook. So
okay, in the undisclosed location. I think we're trying to line up a dread girl too, so she might come in and do some.
Oh yeah, some the individuals. So individuals.
Yeah.
So I don't know her technique, but we're
Maybe
maybe
we're still working on that, but she might be there, so we're working that out. And I think right now that's it. But we're working on getting more vendors, and so definitely get your tickets. It's going to be a blast. And we'll see you next Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh, we do have whatever the first Wednesday in June. I think it's the 4th or the 7th. I don't know. We do have a glass artist joining us. Intrigue and Entropy on the socials. I've been following her, I think, since probably the pandemic. And she does blown glass, everything from pendants to memorial pieces. She does the ashes and the cremation art, and then she also does pipes, straws, containers. She does themes. She has a vagina series. She has an Alice in Wonderland series. She has a Black Cat series. She does She does also have other things on her site. So she's going to join us June 4th or 7th, whatever day that is on the calendar.
Probably the 4th.
So join us there June 7th.
Oh, it is the 7th.
Yeah, I was like, it's a weird weekend.
Oh, okay.
So June 7th.
Are we having a show? Is next weekend Memorial Day?
This weekend is Memorial Weekend.
Okay, and then next weekend is the 31st. Okay,
31st.
We're good. We're coming back on Wednesday. We'll be here. We'll be here to talk about some shenanigans. We don't know what yet. You guys, be nice to yourself. Put your mask on before assisting others. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Trust me on that one.
Yep. Cultivate love. Bring it to you. You deserve it. And if you need it, we'll send you some. We can send some energy, love, and to you.
And stay lifted.
Stay lifted.
Stay gifted.
Gifted.
Love you guys.
Grateful. Thank you.
We're not going to be on Discord today because I got to run out of here, but we'll see you next week. All right.
Bye.
Bye.